ever feel like your art has regressed? Like, there's this saying that through time you can only get better, but you look at your skills now and think, oh, it's the complete opposite. Yeah, I know you felt this one before, looking back at your old piece and thinking, wow, I was way better back then. What happened? Art regression. I'm gonna be taking this 3-year-old art piece of Ari I have to maybe check if I've regressed or maybe got better. But before that, what even is art regression? Art regression is the perception that an artist's skills, techniques, styles, or quality have declined. Oftentimes, this is felt through frustration, creative stagnation, and these are all caused by things such as taking long breaks, loss of muscle memory, experiencing burnout, or just trying a new technique and style that people don't really like. I'm sure you've seen this happen a lot of times in the internet before. You see an artist that had a defined, realistic art styles, more refined and leaning towards realism, and then all of a sudden they shift into a more cartoonish, maybe even anime, just in general a more simplistic art style, and then there's a whole hate mob coming towards them saying, whoa, what happened to you? Like, man, you used to be so good. You've been good. What do you mean? Like, not all realistic art is good, and not all cartoonish, simplest styles are bad or very easy to do. And so, I think with art regression, it doesn't necessarily mean that your skills went back just because you change your art styles or techniques or the way that you express the things around you, the concepts in your mind. Because at the end of the day, you're still the one holding the paintbrush. So like, I was thinking, why don't I just take one of my old art pieces and, revamp them into something new? This would be a great opportunity for me to be able to see how vastly different I've grown as an artist over the years. Take this for example. This art of mine here is an old art of mine, Ari from League of Legends. Who doesn't know her? So very old, long time. Surely I've gotten better, right? Or have I? As you can see here with my present painting, the first thing I started with was the face. Like, I rendered the face, not just like to become softer and more on the realistic side, which although my art style kind of is leaning towards that nowadays, but like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but the mid face is so long, like, as well as the lower face, that it kind of looks like it has a different angle. Like, it's a face on its own. It's in a different perspective compared to the rest of the head and the eyes. So I tried to change that so that it's facing more, like, all of it is facing upwards rather than like the eyes and the eyebrows are facing upwards and then the nose and the lips are facing downwards. So I did that, and again, I rendered it differently now. I made face look softer so that it looks like a soft face. Soft generally. And then the next thing I moved on to was the hair. I know how to render hair now to look like hair, or at least kind of resemble hair. I mean, there's nothing wrong with how I rendered hair back then. It's like a style choice, but now I'd like to think I leveled up, to the point that I can actually render hair, because it's kind of scary. I didn't know how to render hair back then as well, so less hard edges and more huge chunks, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't just paint the strands individually. I painted the hair on huge chunks, and how you're supposed to do, like, huge shapes this time, and then added single strands, defined where the light is much better, I think, and yeah, I think it's more convincing and it looks more like hair. Oh, by the way, I also wanted to paint the ears to make it look furry rather than just a chunk there, you know what I mean? So yeah, overall, the texture, the coloring is much better, the hair now. I think that's an improvement. Now on to the hard parts, the clothes. I don't know, I just missed out on a lot of details back then. No idea why. It's like, I just looked at one picture of Ari, based it off all of there, and now I'm not doing that. I pulled up her character design sheet and made sure I was basing it off of what her design is actually like. So I made sure to Get all the things I forgot and or just deliberately chose not to design because I was scared of details back then, and place them back in here. Make her complete. Oh yeah, I forgot that I also did that with her pigtail at the back. Like, I don't know why it's so slim here. It's kind of thicker in the designs, like now looking at it. But yeah, so I made sure to include all of her missing designs now, and I tried my best to render the fabric to look like fabric. And yeah, so and then it's the same with the metal. Like, I kind of like how I rendered the metal back then, but like, you know what I mean? You know, I made it more like metal now, which is a great thing because it's metal. Like, yeah, so there's not much to be said here. Everything is just all on the rendering. How I rendered the details and the assets of the whole painting. It's just way different now. And is there a reasoning behind that? Just preference differences, I guess. Like, my preferences over the years have developed. I'll admit I started off with a very anime leaning towards preference in terms of styles, but like later on the years I became more fascinated with art styles coming from like Ruan, Gia, Insist, and yeah, in general, like very more realistic and more refined art styles. Am I saying it's better? Like, am I saying, oh, now that my art style is like that, now my art is better, and I didn't regress. My art style didn't regress because my art style is more refined and detailed. Isn't that the complete opposite of your point at the beginning of the video? Yes and no. No on that. I'm saying my art style is better now because it's more realistic. Yes, because I still agree with my point at the beginning of the video. The reason why I think I got better now is because I think I know more about what I'm painting now. You know what I mean? Coming back from the point earlier in the video, the reason why these stylized drawings are so technical and so good is because you need to have knowledge on what you're drawing to be able to stylize it that efficiently. You can't just take a character and simplify it and call it stylized and think that that's good. No, it takes so much more than that. There's so much detail and thought put into why you would enlarge the certain part of the body of a character and then make it smaller on the other end. So it's the same here now. Like, back then I didn't know what I was rendering, but now I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm painting. I know that cloth is supposed to be soft and not as hard as metal. I think that's the point that I'm trying to drill into the minds that just because your art style shifts doesn't mean your art regressed. It all just matter. Like, the only thing that should matter is what you know and how you're able to paint it now. There's still an improvement, and for me, there's a huge improvement in my style. Not because of how I drew it now, like the art style itself, but because I've gained so much more knowledge throughout the years, and it helped me paint things better now and without fear. And yeah, I think it's very great that we all artists are able to point out the things that could be improved on by other artists. But I think we should also be taking to mind those things that I've said a while ago that could be the reasons why these artists are struggling from time to time, taking long breaks, going through something mentally, physically. They could all take a toll on your skills, not just art skills, anything that has muscle memory involved in them. It takes a huge toll, and we should be more considerate of that as people, as just audiences outside, observants that have no idea what the people are or what the artists are going through. So yeah, my final thoughts: just keep improving, because there's also this theory, this concept that like when you go through like a sudden dip of skills, that after that you grow exponentially. So you never know when that dip is gonna end, and then you just go up, up, up. when you hit rock bottom, the only way is up, they say, and I believe that. So just keep creating and never stop. Just keep creating, never stop. I'll leave it at that. It's funny, but yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's shorter. Well, I don't really know if it's shorter, but like it's kind of different than the usual. You see a lot of my face. That's gotta count for something. And yeah, if you want to support me and watch more of my content, make sure to drop a subscribe. Make sure to subscribe and check out my comic down below. It's for free. Read it. Still haven't finished the 3rd episode, but we're on our way. And yeah, if you'd like to support me in other ways, I also have a Patreon down below. But I still, have to plan out what type of content I like down there. If you have any idea, guys, feel free to drop them down in the comments below. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!